all like free stuff. I like free stuff. You know what's free? Subscribing to the Badgerbilt YouTube channel. And if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. That's also free. At least 98% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. My daughter's on my account all the time. I'm subscribed to so many channels that I know nothing about. But, you know, it's whatever. So, all I'm asking, click that subscribe button. And like I said, if you don't like it, you ain't gotta stay. You can just leave. Bye-bye. But I hope you stay. You need to fix the rust.
Yeah. That's from a car wash.
It was soft already, but yeah. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, joined by the Red Squirrel himself, we are going to be working on his dream truck. He got his unicorn. 4-liter 5-speed 4-wheel drive. How many miles has it got on it?
82.5.
82.5. So it's still just a baby. Today, we're going to be pimping your ride. We're going to do a little bit of a lift, 3 in the front, 2 in the rear. He's got a new set of 32 10.5 tires, 11.5. Okay, 11.5. Wheel spacers. He couldn't wait. He already installed the new headlights last night, which is fine. They definitely cleaned up the front of the truck. You got tail lights too?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing on the hoist and get to cracking. And the Red Squirrel's gonna stay to annoy me all day while I work on it. How do I do this, Dad? How do I do that, Dad? Pull it on the hoist, kid. Come on now. Straight. Did you fill out our permission slip?
Yeah.
Okay, we can play now. Wheel spacers.
We're only doing the front lift.
No. No squatters allowed. We don't like that here at all. Let's just put them right on the only spot of your truck that's not really blemished, so we can blemish it a little bit. Damn kids. Aw, them shackles though. I really hope those come out. Oh look, torsion keys. Those are gonna be zero fun. Ting ting. Oh look it, they come with a little grease zert.
What are these bleeder screws for?
Those aren't bleeder screws, those are grease zerts, and they're for your shackle bushings. After a while, they'll squeak. When you're off-roading and your suspension's flexing.
Yeah, but I don't need
Whatever! Dramatic reenactment. So there we have it. 3-inch in the front, which is made possible by those torsion keys, which are going to be zero fun to change. Shackles, which I like better than blocks under the leaf spring because it prevents axle wrap. And these ones even come with grease zerts. All new shocks, wheel spacers because they're kind of sucked in the back, and that's not okay. And oh, your tires.
Yeah.
Here, just get some of your tires.
So currently my 02 Ranger has 31 by 10.5 by 15s on it. Couldn't quite afford rims this year, maybe next year after I do the rust repair. But so I decided to go with 32 by 11.5s. I had 3 different brands I wanted to pick from. First off was the Eldorado Mud Claw Extreme MT, the Cooper AT3 XLTs, and then the Mickey Thompson Degans. Had all the guys in the shop kind of give me their input on it because I'm new to this. Went with the Eldorados just because of the tread pattern and for wear reasons. Coopers I hear cup a lot. And the Mickey Thompsons, honestly looking at the tire, I feel like you're just paying for the name. So Eldorados are it. Like I said, they're the Mudclaw Extreme MTs. I don't really do too much mudding, just mostly going down to the river for fishing. So thank you to everybody that helped me out, picking out tires, Wes for everything. And yeah, let's get this build rolling.
Danger Ranger getting some attitude adjustment.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, like I said, they didn't want to come out.
Before I break it.
Is the other one? Did you get the other one off?
No.
Because right now, it's not going to do nothing. Oh, you and your damn cowboy boots.
I'm glad the cowboy boots gonna be good for this.
You're the one who wants to be a cowboy. Are you holding?
Yeah.
They are, how you say, extra tight.
So strong.
I know. As a big boy, now socket stuck. Give it back! It's not yours to have. You still on the brake?
Yep.
Alright. Broken back number 2. Okay, you can get out now. Rid of these here lower shock bolts. Woo! That's warm. Alright, now we got the wheels off. I'm going to force myself to do the front first because the front's going to be the biggest pain in the ass. Having to do the torsion keys, but I'm going to start with removing the shocks and removing the shocks, and then I'm going to go underneath and commence the nightmare that is torsion key removal. Roasty beef. Now the whole thing's going to turn and it's going to be good. See how the whole thing turns like that and it's not coming loose? Torches! Falling wrench. Anytime using torches near fuel lines, it's best to rig yourself up some sort of a... Don't start it on fire until it's building up protection, also known as a piece of sheet metal or aluminum. Got enough for what it's for. This is how you remove a shock when you don't want to be working at it all day. Always wear your safety goggles, kids. Wawa, please. Like I said, smoky, stinky, rubbery mess. Yay! That's hot. Wow. I wouldn't expect it to be cold. Oh, we got one out. Yay. On to the other side. Hey, you know what's fun about aluminum? Is when it's hot, it does not change colors, so you can't tell till you touch it. That was warm. Long black train.
He threw fragments of wood through his hand from the explosion.
It'd be way cooler if you had shorty headers. Just saying. Don't even fuck around, just cut that beard. What is that? Wookie. Water boy! Got it. Got it. That's hot. No more shocks. So now that we got both front shocks off, we need to tackle the torsion keys. Oh, here. Let me shine some light on it. Okay. And as you can see, they do not look very nice or friendly. That you can hardly differentiate where the torsion bar stops and where the key begins. So it's gonna be super duper fun, and by super duper fun I mean it's gonna be a pain in the rectum, but I'm gonna go ahead and start out with getting these torsion key caps, if you will, off of the cross member, loosen the keys up all the way, and then hope with some persuasion from an air hammer that I can get the old ones off. So yeah, here goes nothing.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
I'll show you guys. Now that I got the cap off, you can actually see the torsion key a whole lot better. So now the next step is to loosen that guy all the way up. Then I should be able to wedge something in between the frame and the torsion bar to get it down enough and use my air hammer and drive it off. That's the game plan, at least. Get it off without breaking it, you gotta work the rust out of the threads. Yay, they're loose! So there it is. After you get this out, this is what sits in there. The bolt goes through this, and this end is what pushes the torsion key up, which twists the torsion bar, and that's what actually gives you more ride height. Science.
That's the control arm.
What? Well,
Is that how you turn your keys?
yeah. Okay. That's what I was just explaining to find people watching this video on YouTube, is that instead of a coil spring, these bars are actually your springs. I call them torsion keys because that bar is literally twisted, and that's what gives you suspension. Also seen them break. Not conducive to really big jumps. It wasn't my vehicle, I'm just saying.
On next week's episode.
Jump Henry breaks it. Managed to get that block out, and as you can see, I've got this pried down and I got a 2x4 in here so that way the torsion key is just about lower than this, so now I can try to air hammer that off.
Thanks, Dylan.
Oh, just as I presumed, it doesn't want to. That's how it's done, son! Yes, that was the torsion key. It come off. It come off real nice with a little heat. Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. Just like that. We got it somewhat cleaned up. Old one's still over there, probably extremely hot. Just alright, got that. And also, for those watching, don't forget this little cup, and I would also, I'm gonna clean that up and put some lube in there, but this actually sits up in the frame like that, and that's actually what the torsion key sits in. So it's a good idea to apply some sort of all-purpose grease there. I'm gonna put a little bit on here as well, right where that rides, anywhere that could cause squeaking, especially in there.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
As you can see now, with the new torsion key in, it doesn't quite go up far enough for me to get the bar back in for the bolt that actually you use to adjust ride height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this 2-jaw puller up here on the cross member. Hopefully it'll hold. So after much struggling, we got that one in, and this is a combination of those and hammers and sockets on the tool and dumbness, but it's in. So wire wheeled the adjustment bolt up, and I sprayed it with Croyle for now. When we get to the alignment rack and we're adjusting ride height, I'll probably put a dab of Loctite on there once we get it where we like it. Like I said, put some lube up there, lube on the torsion key, and there's a good gob of it right on the tip of this, just to make everything go together slightly easier, which it wasn't very freaking easy. Now I'm gonna do that side. I'm gonna do it like that for you guys, because it's probably gonna take me like 2 hours.
A few moments later.
And just like that, the torsion keys are in, both sides. This side went way smoother, but there was a little bit more give because we already had the sway bar link off on the one side, and I knew what I had to do over there, so it made this side easier. So now, I'm gonna lower it down some, and get the new shocks in the front, put that sway bar link back in, and then move on to the rear. Timing, Michael. Yo. Hello. Hello. Yup. Okay. Bye. Michael's coming to play. We got our new hardware in. Got this shock done. Knock the same out over here, and then we'll head over to the rear. I wanted to show you guys something real quick. For those of you that are watching the channel for Biggie content, we got a little something in the mail for old Biggie to achieve our goal of going 10s in the quarter. And our good friends at On3 Performance are kind enough to hook us up with this here 76mm new Terpsky for the town car. Yes, fast. Going to be fast. This whole corner, all that. It's all Biggie. Biggie, 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 Biggie. All of the Biggie parts.
Got it.
Front shocks are done. Last piece of the puzzle for the front are the wheel spacers. First, we're gonna wire wheel all this rust off with the face of the rotor. That way it sits flush. Anytime installing spacers, it's not a bad idea to put a dab of Loctite on your lugs. It ain't gonna make it impossible to get off, but it's gonna give you a little bit of extra insurance that they're not gonna fall off on their own. Go ahead and do that to the other side and then onto the back. We got the front knocked out, torsion keys, shocks, all done, wheel spacers. Now we're moving on to the rear. And in the rear, we need to remove this bolt, and we'll deal with this one once we get this off, because that'll help swing it down. So that way we can replace the factory shackle with the extended shackles, which is going to drop this down to give us the 2.5 inches or whatever it is in the rear to get it to sit level with the front after we adjust the ride height. I know that, but I'm just saying somebody's just done shackles on this, which is probably going to make this portion of the job go much smoother. They even put lube on them. Tickle me impressed. Got one. Got him! Alright, so now that we've got both shackle bolts loose, I'm going to individually lower each side so that way I can get it down far enough to get this bolt out. And we'll go from there. Torches! Hurts the hand. Ow! There we go. The struggle is real. They don't want to come off.
A few moments later.
Ba-da-bow! We got ourselves new shackles, new shocks, wheel spacers. So, theoretically speaking, the lift kit is installed. Now, we gotta go knock out the tires. We can get them mounted, and we can set it down, and then we can do your taillights quick and then do an alignment. Badger Vision bitches. Time to go do some tires. Into the darkness. And put the 32s on.
Like last time you put tires on.
We're gonna make John Henry do the rest of those. Hey, John Henry! Time for you to do some work. Clean that up so it's shiny aluminum. This little ridge and right here. Yeah, I would assume the green one to be. Little dab of bead sealer in there. A little extra insurance, no leaky. Struggling because you've never done tires before. I have faith in you. Oh, you're gonna make it a bitch. How many you got peeled off?
I only got one off.
One weight off? Okay, stop. Let me show you what you're doing wrong then. Okay, so BFGs are kind of a pain because they have this lip that covers up the bead edge. So there's a little notch
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing it wrong.
in there. See the notch? So you gotta
Gotcha.
try to get that in there.
That makes more sense.
We got one mounted. Oh, shoot, John Henry, would you look at that? Alright. One down, 3 more to go, and then onto the balancer. Next, number 4. Now, to the balancer. Dirty. Unbutton. And look at that. It's already set up, isn't it? Yeah. Sure. There we go. Dude, these are only 7 wides. Spinny, spinny. Survey says
4 ounces.
could be worse.
Close.
Mud
What does
10
that
ply
mean?
mud tires normally take a good amount. That's 225.
What does that usually mean when your shit needs to be a lot of weight?
That means that there's more weight in one section of the tire and wheel than there is in the other.
Yeah, but if it's heavier in one, is it bad for it? Or?
If it calls for more weight, it just means it's more out of balance. So, oh yeah, bead protected wheels are great. Let's see, for those that don't know, as I'm rolling the tire, you'll see it come up to green. Oh. So right there, the arrow is pointing towards the top. This is the front side, so we're gonna come over here and eyeball the top. And now we're going to spin it and hope for zeros. Money! Alright. Again with the 3 more times, and then we can put them all on. You can roll it to the other side, but don't put it on the truck yet, because we're going to put the ones with the most weight in the rear to eliminate any vibrations.
Okay.
So we ran into our first problem. Right. If you look from this angle, you can see that the factory lug studs are sticking out past the spacer, and we can't have that because there's no reliefs in the back of the wheel to allow those. So I'm going to have to take every single one of the spacers off, thread the lug nuts back on, cut them, take the lug nuts back off to clean the threads up, and then reinstall the spacers. Dumb. Oh yeah. Boom. As you can see, they are no longer sticking out past. So now can get that wheel on and move on and do the another 3. Wheel spacers are back on, wheels are back on. John Henry, while I was dealing with the stud issue, got them fancy new taillights installed. So we are to the point now where we get to let this bad bitch down and go to the alignment rack after John Henry's done fucking with the headlight. Changing the bulbs.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Like I said, that looks pretty freaking sweet, if you ask me.
Fucking man.
Fucking man. Would you look at it? Would you look at it? Woo-wee! Fucker's looking spicy. What's up, man? so now we've got ride height adjusted. Unfortunately, like I was just explaining to John Henry, you can see that the front wheels are now cambered in a little bit. Unfortunately, from the factory, these are not cam bolts and the holes are not slotted. So what we're gonna do at a much later date is we'll probably end up slotting the upper control arm mounting location. That way we can slide them forward and get the camber to come back in the green. Until then, you're just gonna have to rotate them every 3,000 instead of every 6,000, but
You're welcome, Billy.
it definitely looks the part. It's looking really good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the alignment machine, get that all in spec, and get it back out and call it a wrap. Alright, so surprisingly enough, the camber is not as far out as I thought it was, and we know that he's got a bad front wheel, or not wheel bearing, bad front upper ball joint. And judging by the readings, it's looking like it's the driver's front, because it's just a little bit into the negative camber. And this is just within spec. I'm sure it's real close to being red, but that's what I was talking about earlier. So we're just going to focus on toe and go from there. All right, so toe is adjusted. For those that don't know, right here, this is left and right toe. Up here is left and right camber, which is when you're looking straight onto the vehicle, if the tire is tipped in or tipped out. And these ones out here are caster, which means when you're looking from the side of the vehicle, if the tire is positioned forward or rearward of the center line of the wheel well opening. So like I said, we know he's got a bad upper ball joint on the driver's side, causing the camber to be a little bit in on that side. We'll get that changed here soon. But everything else is back in the green. So now it's time to go for a test drive. Another thing I keep forgetting to tell you guys about is we do have Badger Built stickers made and ready to go. Still probably got like 15 left, so if you're interested in possibly wanting one of those, they're $6 a piece. If you comment on the video and let me know, we can personal message me and get your address and we can get one sent out to you. So. John Henry is going to go on his maiden voyage. Oh, wow. There she is. Aligned and ready to rock and roll. And looking mighty fine, if I do say so myself. Not bad for a one-day transformation. There you have it. Still looks a little compared to Mossy, but not too shabby. Not as whittle. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Again, like I said, guys, we got about 15 Badger Built decals left. So if you're interested in one of those, like I said, $6 pop. Leave a comment, and I'll get with you and we can get them out to you. So, until next time, guys. Peace.